All right. Hi there, and thanks for joining us again inside the FRS app. In this video, I'm going to show you an amazing feature that can really give you an edge when you're working with people from other cultures. This can be super helpful if you're preparing for an upcoming pitch, meeting, or project where someone from another culture is involved, by letting you know which of your motivations might be considered a bit extreme in their culture, where your potential friction points are, even where the common ground is, so you can keep the focus on that for a more positive interaction. Okay, so let's dive in. Just jump into the FRS app and click on your profile picture on the top right corner and then click on Settings. Here, you can update your country and your culture setting. But before you do anything, let me clarify really quick. So your country is where you live and work from. So for example, if you're from the US and work there, just select the United States for both your country and culture. Note that we don't currently have data for every single culture in the world, so when you go to select your culture, just select the culture that is closest to your own. We're working hard behind the scene to have every culture very soon. But let's say you plan to spend a few months working with a team from France and you want to prepare for that. In that case, just switch your culture to France and press Update Profile, and voila! Then you just hop into your results as you normally would. Now, clicking through the motivations and seeing how you ranked compared to the general population, what you'll be seeing is how you rank to the general population in France. You'll likely notice that some of the numbers might change, and even your top and lowest ranking motivations might be different, and that's because we're comparing results to a different average. The average in France, not the average in the US for this example. Now this can give some really interesting insight into which of your motivations might be viewed as extremely high or extremely low in this culture. Even something that is average compared to your own culture might wind up being considered very high or low in another. For example, when I look at my top motivations through the lens of culture in France, I can see that I have a very high motivation for power, and my motivation for power is one of my top 5 motivations. But when I switch my culture back to my home culture of the US, you can see that power isn't even listed in my top 5 motivations because my motivation for power isn't that extreme like when compared to French culture. That's because the average motivation for power in the US is generally higher than it is in France. As you can see, this is so much fun to play around with, but it's also extremely powerful. Because once you identify these motivational outliers, you then have an idea of what strengths you might bring to a multicultural work collaboration, as well as some areas that could potentially produce friction if not addressed. For best outcomes and to avoid any friction or miscommunication, the best thing would be to invite your new team members to FRS and build a team directly in here so you can see an overview that will point out the team affinities and differences in just seconds. You could schedule a call where you collectively review results, what they mean, and also flip between cultures so everyone is aware of cultural differences before you even start work. This awareness is key to better communication and outcomes for any team, but really is essential for teams from different cultures to better understand each other. Then when you want to change back to your own culture or play around with a different one, just head back to your settings and switch it again at any time. Alright, that's it for now. I hope you've enjoyed this video and have a lot of fun seeing how you stack up to different cultures inside FRS. If you have any questions at all, just shoot them over to us at hello@frs.com and we'll help you out straight away. Alright, cheers!